delivered into your homes every week for free. And don't forget your regular dose of new and original songs from Music for Goats. Never be alone on a Wednesday night again, 8 p.m. Eastern and 9:30 for those of you in Newfoundland. Join the Whiskey Wednesday regulars on Facebook to be a part of the conversation, or watch on YouTube as well. Pour a drink, a cup of tea, or a nice cold long tooth. Roll up your best smoke and sit back and relax. Don't forget to hit the share button to help spread the word. The Whiskey Wednesday Show, every week. Cheers.
And boom, there I am. And can you hear me? Checking 1, 2. Yes, I see it there. You can kind of hear me. How's everybody doing? The studio's taken apart. Well, it's not taken apart. It's being used for a different function currently. Part of the whole sort of idea with taking a little break for us here at the Whiskey Wednesday Show was to be able to get some new music recorded and writing. I have been writing. I'm writing some new stuff that's in a new form, so it's going to take me a few swings and misses. In the meantime, we've been working on a 3-piece EP that's going to be coming out for you in the near future. 3 songs. They sound really, really great. I'm really happy with the way they're working out. So anyways, that's what we've been doing. Welcome to the Whiskey Wednesday Show. It is August 20th. I hope everybody out there is having a great summer. We are 3 weeks or 4 weeks into our little break here and having a great time. Lots of swimming, getting Allison in the pool, lots of skateboarding, lots of gardening, lots of just time, sort of taking care of each other and enjoying the summer, having a little break. And that's all good. Welcome to the Whiskey Wednesday Show. Tonight we are going back in time to our very first interview with Rayanne Schachter. Rayanne Schachter is a visual artist who is broadening her form all the time. But the first time she was on, we talked specifically about her dames, which were her kind of, what would you call it? It sort of started her on a new path, and it's been very successful for her. She's getting a lot of enjoyment out of it and a lot of great recognition. So we're going to go back and chat with her tonight. Other than that, what's been going on? It's, like I say, it's been quiet. We've been just busy doing, sort of summer things. This weekend is Crooks Rapids. I hope for everybody that's out looking for something to do in this area. A bunch of great bands playing there. I'm away, so I couldn't be there this year, but perhaps next year. But they're going to be rocking out over there. It's always a good time at Crooks Rapids, so check that out. Otherwise, there's not really much for me to report. Trying to think. Cassidy was home. Yeah, that's kind of it. Cassidy was home. The band is here for, Mr. Grant and Neil have been coming periodically to record parts. So, where they kind of come in, they sit there for 2 hours and record the parts, and then they leave. So there hasn't been much hanging out going on. It's been kind of a nice break, but I've also been working really hard in a different way. So it doesn't feel like a rest. It just feels like a change of pace. Anyways. That's all good. I hope you're all doing wonderful tonight. I'm going to open up the iPad now in a second and get the message board going so everybody can see what everybody's talking about. In the meantime, we're going to get straight into the show. It is 8:03, and we're going to get into the third repeat. Next week, we are going back to Newfoundland, and we have a whole bunch of stuff there. That's going to be a lot of fun, so tune in if you missed the Newfoundland episode. All is good. I hope everybody is doing well. Like I said, I'm going to check the message board now and link it all together, and then I'm going to go outside and do some more skateboarding for a half hour before the darkness settles upon us. I hope everybody out there is doing fantastic. We'll see you before too long. Here is the third repeat going back in time. Spend some time with Rayanne Hollabaugh. Here we go.
Knock her out, Barry.
I swear it's about to start. I can hear myself in the past. Ghost of myself tuning and looking at.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Whiskey Wednesday Show with your hosts Ken Tizzard and Music for Goats. Brought to you in full color and stereo sound with amplification provided by Trainer. Broadcasting into the world from Storyhouse Studios in Campbellford, Ontario, you'll hear the best of old country, folk, Americana, punk rock, and 80s music delivered into your homes every week for free. And don't forget your regular dose of new and original songs from Music for Goats. Never be alone on a Wednesday night again, 8 p.m. Eastern and 9:30 for those of you in Newfoundland. Join the Whiskey Wednesday regulars on Facebook to be a part of the conversation, or watch on YouTube as well. Pour a drink, a cup of tea, or a nice cold long tooth. Roll up your best smoke and sit back and relax. Don't forget to hit the share button to help spread the word. The Whiskey Wednesday Show, every week. Cheers. That usually means I'm on once the video is done, which is great. Welcome to the Whiskey Wednesday Show, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ken Tizzard. We are Music for Goats, and we're so happy to be here tonight. Hey, Steve, what's happening, man?
Hey.
You're in my frame. Look at that. Steve's in my frame.
All right.
That's so cool.
I'm here.
That's awesome. I love it. We were just talking. What were we just talking about? And I was saying how horrible it is. After we talked about getting old, and I was talking about something else. Oh, it was interesting. It had to do with. Oh yeah, I was just saying. Mr. Grant was saying how on his walk over here he had to physically convince himself that he wasn't dreaming. Is that what you were saying? Like you couldn't.
Well, kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess.
It sort of gets like that this time of year. It was Blue Monday this week, and that's a hardship for many. That's a hardship for many. Well, I mean, I don't know. It's a hardship for a lot of people because it's the bluest Monday of the year.
What was that? Oh, I didn't know that.
It's apparently the most depressing day of the year for amount of gray received and stuff like that. How are you doing, Steve? What are you drinking tonight?
I'm actually drinking a Guinness.
Having a Guinness.
I really felt like a Guinness, so I'm drinking a Guinness.
God, you don't look like a Guinness.
Do you drink Guinness often?
Not often.
No.
But I do enjoy Guinness from time to time. I've been to the Guinness factory in Dublin.
Oh, yeah?
That's a nice place to have a pint.
That's cool.
Yeah. My dad is from Dublin.
Your dad is from Dublin?
Born, well, just outside.
Did he make Guinness? Was he part of? Didn't?
No,
If
no.
I thought everybody lived in Dublin made Guinness.
No.
I thought the city
He was
was.
born in a bath of Guinness. I don't know. Is that a thing?
I don't know. Is that true too? He was born in Guinness? No.
He doesn't even like Guinness.
No. He may have been conceived during some
Probably.
ingestion of Guinness.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's a probable thing. Okay. Cool. Well, that's a nice little talk about your dad's conception there that we had. The Guinness is good.
Yeah, it's good. Everything was good, other than stepping on a.
Yeah, tell us about this. You stepped
Not
on
a
a
rusty
nail.
nail, but it wasn't even a nail. It was like a, you know those sort of C-shaped things you knock in to hold wires into?
Yeah, like a
Very sharp. I stepped on one of those. I had to pull
staple.
it
They're
out of my
really
foot.
sharp. Yeah.
I had to pull it out of my foot.
Break blood.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You
And
gotta go-
then the same foot, I dropped a mason jar onto the toe. So now the toe and the underside are a little tender. So
kick drum foot.
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent.
Still works though.
Excellent.
Yeah, still works.
Well, we got the new mic in the old Samsonite tonight.
A new mic.
Well, no, we got the mic in the Samsonite, and then we got the new mic on the snare drum, and we put some overheads up for you, and a talking mic, so now we can hear you. And Allison will stop saying to me, every Wednesday, I can't hear Steve when he talks. We need to hear Steve.
I'm a low talker anyway.
I know.
I'm not.
You're
Those
kind of a
people
low
exist.
talker.
A low talker?
Yeah, a little bit. But no
There
more.
was a whole Seinfeld episode about it.
I know.
Have you
Yeah,
seen
I
that?
remember that. Yeah.
Close talkers.
It was
There's
probably
both?
both, but the low talkers.
low
The low
talkers, yeah.
talkers, the refresher when it starts to talk.
And that's why Jerry wears the puffy shirt.
That's right. It was the
Because
same one.
the low talker asks him, and he's like,
And he was just
Sure,
smiling to go along with it. Yeah.
and then he wears. He's like, I'm not wearing that. That's enough talking for me.
That's all good. That's all good. Welcome to Whiskey Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. We got a great night tonight. We're going to play some music, and then we're going to sit back and we're going to enjoy some time with Rayanne Hollaboff, as I know her, but it is Rayanne Schachter now. And she's an old friend of mine, firstly and foremost, but also she is an amazing artist on so many levels, and she's going to talk about a bunch of stuff. As you will see tonight, I am surrounded by dames. And you remember when we did the All Together Now album, we shot a video for Brown Eyed Girl, and Rayanne did the video for it, and it was a time lapse of her doing a dame, a Brown Eyed Girl dame. And these are all dames from her art series, her first art series. Dames, women with stories, and then she does dames, women with bodies, and she's recently gotten into some new medium, and it's really exciting, and she's got some exciting news, and she's so much fun to talk to. So we're looking forward to having Rayanne on. But first, we've got to square up on a few requests from last week that we missed, and then we'll get into some other new stuff. First one was for Deb. Deb had requested Kiss an Angel, Good Morning, and we're going to play that for her right now. How you feeling tonight, Neryl?
Oh, absolutely peachy, thanks.
Excellent. That's glad to hear that. Okay, let's get her going on Kiss an Angel, Good Morning there.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
street. They asked me, how does a man get to be this way? You always got a smiling face, anytime and any place. And the answer is in this song that I always sing. You've got to kiss an angel good morning, let her know you'll think about her when you're gone. Kiss an angel good morning, love her like the devil when you get back home. Some people, they try to guess the secret of my happiness, but some of them never learn. It's a simple thing. The secret that I'm speaking of is a woman and a man in love, and the answer is in this song that I always sing. You've got to kiss an angel good morning, let her know you'll think about her when you're gone. Kiss an angel good morning, love her like the devil when you get back home. Kiss an angel good morning, let her know you'll think about her when you're gone. Kiss an angel good morning, love her like the devil when you get back home. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Neil, can you lower your mic by about 2 inches and angle it up a little bit, please? Sure. Thank you. Just listening to this record just before we started. What a great fucking record. I don't know of a better Dylan record. You know, if you're not too familiar with this stuff and you're looking for something that's some really powerful, just tilt it down, Neil. It doesn't need, it can't go down anymore.
It'll go down any further.
The actual.
You want this, yeah?
Thank you.
You want that?
It's a pretty fantastic record. I just put it on before we were coming out. We're going to be doing the Dylan Hines week in a couple weeks, and I've been going back revisiting some stuff. But this is one of my favorite Dylan albums of all time. Blood on the Tracks probably being the favorite, but this one here for just songs and stories, it's a killer. It's a killer record. And just before we started, I was just having one of my little panic attacks, as I always do, and I thought I'd better dig into something to calm me down. So I went in and threw on boots of Spanish leather and had a big glass of water and filled my little glass of beer up again.
Why is that beer so huge? How many beers is that?
It's 2 tall cans, but it saves on bringing the cans in and opening them and pouring them, and that doesn't last that long. So I'm fine with the the quart jar, the mason jar, quart jar of alcohol. You know, I drink beer faster than I would if it was vodka. And Terry Stacy had asked for this one last week, I think. No, this is the next one. Who asked for this one last week? Might have been Jordan, I can't remember. It's a song called This Town of Mine. We'll do a little thing called Red Prairie Dawn going into it here. How you guys doing? You all ready? Okay.
1 and 2. 1, 2, 3.
this town of mine. This town of mine. I find myself so easily reclined here in this town of mine. I came here from the city trying to find some peace of mind, to get myself on track and to buy myself some time. This town is growing on me. Here's a song for all to hear. All these faces look familiar, but your name's so unclear. In this town of mine, in this town of mine, I find myself so easily reclined here in this town of mine. At times this town seems distant, at times it seems so strange. All these places, they remind me of places that I've been. So deep the roots are growing through my kids and to my friends. All I think about is being here. It takes away the pain. This town of mine, this town of mine, I find myself so easily reclined here in this town of mine. At times this town's a mistress. She gives me all I need and more. Someday I'll say goodbye to her and walk right out the door. In this town of mine, in this town of mine, I find myself so easily reclined here in this town of mine. Nice tail on that one. That was good. That was good. That was real nice. Wow. We are going to do one more song before we get to the Rayanne interview. That's almost like a big word. And just for those of you who are tuned in to, check out what's going on with Artist Extraordinaire, one of the brightest and most talented new visual artists on the Vancouver circuit these days. Sorry, I'm actually making the hype up. I don't know the facts, but she'll tell us all about it, and she is doing exceptionally well, which is exciting. Longtooth Lager, now available in mason jars. Remember, it's wet. 30 for 60. This was for Terry Stacy, and he requested it for last week. We never got it. What's that?
I said welcome back, Terry, from Cuba. He was in Cuba recently.
Oh, was he? Oh, that's cool. Did he have a good time down there?
I think he did. I think he did.
Yeah, excellent. Caitlin's going to Cuba on Friday.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm excited for that. It's a great thing. And we got some shows coming up. Not that we're going to Cuba, but we do have a show in Picton on the Saturday, March 25th. The Elks Lodge in Picton. That's going to be a cool show. Steve Petico is going to join us for that. And we are doing a February 22nd, a month before that, and this is for anybody who's interested in making the trip up to Campbellford on a Wednesday. We are doing our first live stream with an audience, and we're doing it at the Legion in the Vimy Room, which is a really nice, fantastic room they've got there with the big fireplace and the nice chairs. And that's going to be on February 22nd. Right at our own Campbellford Legion branch 103. And more information on that coming up as well. But if you want a seat, if you want to reserve a seat, let me know. And I'll make sure that it's taken care of for you. This is for Terry Stacy and also for my Aunt Betty, of course, because this is the song that she likes. And we're going to play 30 for 60. That's what I think it is, right? Yeah.
About this, I think.
Oh, I don't know, man. You decide. You're the tempo guy.
I think that's it. I don't sing it though.
Yeah, I know.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2.
And I don't have the 5 in my hand, not a last leg to stand upon. But what the hell? I'm going 30 for 60. Let the night swell. Somebody fix me a single malt whiskey. And I don't have the jack or the ace, but I got on my good poker face, and I'm holding my queen. Going 30 for 60, feeling hungry and mean. Life's about chances, and the king's in the kitty. 30 for 60. You can take this to heart, you can gamble your soul. I'm 65 now and I'm still in a hole. Life's just a game, it's a grand piece of fun. There's little left I can go on. And I don't have the jack or the ace, but I got on my good poker face, and I'm holding my queen. Going 30 for 60, feeling hungry and lean. Life's about chances, and the king's in the kitty. Somebody fix me a single malt whiskey. 30 for 60. 30 for 60. 30 for 60. 30 for 60. Oh, that was almost a nice clean take. Yeah, it's always that weird little transition at the end. I don't know why we keep screwing that one up. We're gonna have to knock that one into us. Oh my.
I said we just shoot it.
And I know there's a humanity to it. So Rayanne Holoboff, I met Rayanne when I was 18 or 19. I just moved to Toronto, and I went to work for Music Express magazine. And I met this lady, Rayanne. She was the photo editor at the time, and just an awesome friend. Lived up the road from me. I was on Dundas and Palmerston, and she was on College and Palmerston, so a block away. Great area. Oh yeah, above the Dory hairdresser there.
My sister used to live at Markham and College.
Yeah, well, that's where, and Christine was at Markham and Harvard. Yeah, so that was kind of my area for a long time. It still is when I think of Toronto. Not that I have any connection there anymore. But anyways, it was a great time. We were young. We had so much fun. The parties we went to, the stuff that we had no idea. We had no idea hanging out with the Red Hot Chili Peppers and the Cult and Ozzy Osbourne and Nirvana and these were bands that were coming through town all the time. They always had press things, and you always went and you got to meet them and have free food and booze. Like every night of the week there was somebody doing something. It was a different era back then. Like when a record came out, like the record company, they would, the Rivoli from 6 to 7:30, you'd go see, Nirvana, coming to town to promote their new album that's coming out in 3 months. And I was like, never mind. And it's just like, shit like that. But we were we were both so young. We were all so young. Fuck everybody at the magazine. And we were just having a great time. Anyways, I'm going to turn it over to Barry right now, and we're going to drop in for a little bit of time with Rayanne Schachter here, my good friend from Vancouver. Here we go, Barry. Thank you. How's Rayanne?
Great. Thank you.
You look fantastic.
Oh, thanks.
Your hair's different.
Well,
I love it.
it's a Sunday due for working in the studio.
There you go. There you
Yeah.
go. Is this your studio you're sitting in?
It is. Yeah.
Is this a new piece in the background you're working on?
Yes.
I cannot believe how much your media has changed in the last few years.
Yeah, this is a bit of a departure, this cellist. Just experimenting with being a bit more simple, simplistic lines, shapes. I thought it would be easier, but it's not.
Is there a certain amount of madness to your creation, or do you? There is. So
it's all madness.
It's all madness.
I think I don't know, obviously, but I think I might be one of the messiest painters on the planet.
Oh, I don't know about that. I think most painters are messy as hell.
Yeah. It's funny. I just read an Instagram post from a colleague of mine, and she's taking a class on how to loosen up and lighten up as a painter. And I always think, I'd like to, I want to paint a bird that looks like a bird.
Mm.
She can do that. So it's kind of like when you have straight hair and you want curly hair,
Mm-hmm.
it's the same. So, some painters are a little tidier than I am, but at what am I, 56? Nothing's going to change now.
Good to hear. You're absolutely right. You've also been doing some sculpting.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Your first was that your first sculpture that you just photographed and stuff recently?
Yeah.
And how did
So
you find that?
Well, what it was my art classes were on a hiatus in May, and up in my Instagram feed popped this, hey, it's called Preschool for Adults. And it was something about, expand your creativity. And I thought, okay, well, I got nothing else to do in May. So I signed up for the class. It was taught by a local Vancouver sculptor named Lynn Faulkner. And it was about drawing and thinking and really paying attention to what you're actually seeing and the tricks your mind might play on you. And it was great. It was really fun. We sculpted out of this kind of air dry clay, so we didn't need a kiln. Super easy. And I made these crazy sculptures, kind of William de Kooning-esque inspired. And I included them in my exhibit this summer at the Fort Gallery in Langley. And the teacher of this class came out to the exhibit and she said, wow, these are really good. I'm like, oh, thank you.
Mhm.
She goes, you should cast them in bronze.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. How do you do that? She said, well, it's kind of tricky, but I have a foundry that I use in Langley. I'll see if he'll take you on as an artist. I'm like, okay. The next thing I know, he said yes. And I had it cast using this process called lost wax.
Okay.
It's what the masters Rodin used to create his sculptures. And boom, there now I have 2 bronze sculptures.
That's incredible. That's
Yeah.
incredible. Um, I want to take everybody back a little bit now because I want to talk about the time from when we met
Yep.
to the time when you're like one of Vancouver's most famous visual artists, which is now.
Oh,
Um,
oh,
so,
thank
like when I met you, you had come to Toronto from Lacombe. You were a photographer. You were the photo editor at Music Express. And like when you came in from Lacombe, like were you doing any art back then outside of photography, or was photography your main medium for a long time?
Yeah, photography. I studied photography at a really prestige program in Edmonton, and I practiced that discipline for 2 decades.
Mhm. Yeah, you did amazing stuff. You worked in the music world for a long time, and
Yeah.
you shot a ton of bands, and that was great.
Mhm.
At what point, and now I know when you left Music Express, you went back out west and you worked with Katie Lang and Jan Arden, and you worked in the sort of management side of music and the helping out side of music for all kinds of different stuff. Um, at what point did you kind of move away from music as as a life focus? You had Music Express, you were filming bands, you were doing promo shots, you were doing all that sort of busy stuff that Toronto photographers do when you're in the scene. And then you disappeared into management. You spent some time there with musicians, working with them in different ways. And then you kind of got married and settled down, and the family grew. And all of a sudden, you're doing different art. How did that happen?
Well, looking back, I think all of those things you just mentioned were really little stepping stones and little seeds that got planted. Working for Jan, she painted during the time I worked with her, for her. I don't know if she still paints. So did Katie Lang. So I definitely didn't think I would be a painter at that time, but I noticed what they were doing. My mom is a retired art teacher. So I worked on the Olympics in the music department,
That's right.
and that was really wonderful, but it was also extremely challenging, and it really taxed me and quite literally burnt me out. So I thought that would be a good high uh, to retire out of the music industry. So that's what I did. But I didn't really know what to do or where. So I landed a job doing marketing at a pasta factory, pasta company called Dussos,
Cool.
which kind of seems like an odd thing, but it really was a fantastic experience. Made lots of friends. I consider the Dusso family part of my family, and it was at a time in my life where I could really save some money and tuck it away. And then when I left there, I thought, I don't want a job anymore. And I was in a position where I could afford to take some time and try to figure out what to do. So I went on a trip, an art workshop to France with an artist named Sherry Pratt. She's a very established, successful British Columbia artist and a teacher. And we went to Paris and we studied art and went to all the museums and galleries. And then we took a bus way up north to a town called Orcavo. And it was in Champagne country. And I thought, well, if I don't want to paint every day, I'll just go taste some champagne. But it wasn't like that. We were in the chateau and there was no transportation, tiny little town. So I had to stick it out.
Right.
And I got hooked. And that was in 2018. And I've been painting ever since.
That's amazing. And you've done so well so fast too. I mean, I'm sure all of your previous art has combined to create what you do now. It's the sum of our experiences. But like, I know when you started with the Dames and stuff, you immediately got gallery placement. Well, not immediately. I'm sure there was, a fair bit of
Yeah, pretty
rigmarole
fast though. Yeah, pretty fast. You're right.
but it did happen pretty fast,
Yeah.
and even like sort of everything you've been doing has been received really well. Um, is this sort of when you started the art, was it kind of like you said, you were in a position where you didn't really need a job? Were you doing it to think like, oh, this is going to be my retirement career, or this is going to make me money, or was it just the art, and then the exposure and the selling and stuff came second?
Yeah, I had no aspirations to make it a career. It was really just really self-discovery.
Wow.
It's almost, I don't want to get too deep and weird, but it is a little bit therapeutic,
Oh yeah.
right? I mean,
Huge.
uh-huh. So, um, and I just love it. So it's one of the things. I mean, there's a few that I've done. I've had a great career. My working life has been so
Oh,
exciting.
cool. Yeah.
But this is one thing where I start painting, and I'm painting away, and the next thing I know, I hear my husband coming home, and I didn't even know it was lunch.
Yeah.
You know, I just get so lost in it, and it's it's really a joy.
That's amazing. And it's amazing that you're doing it because it's a joy. It's not
Mhm.
like, oh, I've got a gallery opening coming up and my agent's on me and blah blah blah. It's like you're living the joy, which is incredible. Is it
Yeah.
better than driving a bus?
Oh God, when you say that, I think I have PTSD from that. But it's where I met my husband. So,
Oh, really?
yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that.
yeah, he's a bus driver.
Oh, I
He
didn't know
still
that.
is, and he loves it. It was traumatizing for me.
Was it? Too
Yeah.
many people?
Too much sadness, Ken.
Oh, yeah.
And that was a long time ago. I can't imagine what it's like now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
especially
those
downtown
jobs.
East Side kind of stuff, right? It's just I can't leave that stuff at the door when I walk away. Um, so it was too much for me. Yeah.
It's amazing what happens in our community that we're unaware of. I think one of the saddest jobs that I ever had, and for a variety of reasons, during one of those sort of there's no tour happening, I'm kind of broke, I need to fund a new album. Oh, the census is coming, I'll be an enumerator type of things, 6 week, make
Right.
a ton of money.
Yeah.
But what you don't realize, when you have to go to every home in your community, you see how many people are shut in and so many people are living in ways that there's a desperation and a need. It's like when you really look at your community through any of those sort of jobs where you're involved, like bus driving or taking census, which is what I was doing. It really opened me up to the people, even on my block, that I didn't realize what was happening, in their homes. And it's yeah, the human condition is incredibly sad and incredibly um, there's something fantastic about it too, though. The stuff that we overcome as people is amazing. It's this living thing we're doing is pretty damn cool.
Yeah, we're lucky.
We very much are.
Yeah.
Um, Music Express Days. Do you still see or hear from any of the old gang?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Well, when we worked on that video project
Yes.
together, that was sort of like a mini reunion,
That was
that
great. Yeah.
episode of Whiskey Wednesday. And so it's reconnected me with a few people. Social media, for all its problems, is a fantastic way to stay in touch with folks.
Yep.
So those days I cherish. They were the foundation of who I am today and who we are, and
Hmm.
lifelong friendships, and really, really cool people,
Yeah.
smart, creative, savvy. I didn't realize the immense talent I was surrounded by when I was there. I was too young, and
Me too.
had a bit of an ego,
Yep.
but those lessons are still spinning in my head, from
I
those
learned a
days.
lot at my time at Music Express. I mean, that was my sort of first real job after leaving Newfoundland, and working the front desk as the receptionist for the better part of the first year, and then
Were you 19 or something?
I had just turned 19, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
and and then a few years later, when you moved away, I slipped into your role as photo editor, and but aside from the like I think about it back then, like, I mean, every single night of the week, there was a band having a CD release party at the Rivoli or somewhere else where there was free booze, free food, and free music for all the critics and press. And we all, like, there was always 60 or 80 of us at any venue, any night. And, but the artists that we got to see, you know, Pearl Jam and the Smashing Pumpkins with the Red Hot Chili Peppers at the Masonic Hall in Toronto, like 800 people.
I know.
You know, like when Nirvana, you know, broke before, I mean, I remember Nevermind being played on the stereo at the office for months before it even broke. And then I remember their first show was supposed to be at the Rivoli in Toronto, and we were all excited to go, and then it got moved for some reason. But people like Ozzy Osbourne dropping by the office, and you
I
know,
remember that day.
guys, and like it was
Mind
just,
blowing.
it's boggling.
Yeah.
And the people we were working with as well, you know, Mary Dickey, Perry Stern, Kerry Doole, I mean, these are all geniuses in their field. And Keith Sharp and Connie, I mean, you know, yeah, we all sort of had, you know, there was some issues there, but they ran a magazine. They published it and they ran it and they made sure it got out every month. They, you know, they did a great job. And it was amazing to be a part of that, just to be kind of sucked into that world and given all those opportunities to meet and see people and do really cool things. It was just a great time in my life. I will always look back fondly on it.
Yeah, amazing.
Do you ever come
Hey,
down?
I don't know how much time we have, but I want to make sure we fit in. I didn't let you know ahead of time. My apologies, but I have a bit of an announcement to make.
Oh,
so don't wrap up till I get to.
Oh, I won't. Well, let's do this announcement. I'm excited
the
now.
announcement.
I love
So
that.
this is I've never spoke. This is not public information until this moment, but I have been invited to be a guest artist on Granville Island for 6 months, starting March.
What?
Yeah.
So what does that entail?
Well, first of all, it's an opportunity I wouldn't have imagined in a million years, because Granville Island is really, when you think about art and Vancouver, you think of Granville Island.
Mm-hmm.
And not just visual arts, performing arts, all kinds of art. So what it means is I'm going to pack up my studio and move down to Granville Island for 6 months. I will be sharing a gallery with another artist, Lynn Faulkner, who's the sculptor I took classes from. She's the one who made all of this happen, really. She invited me to come on down, and I'll be working from that location for 6 months. And there's a beautiful gallery space for exhibits and selling artwork. And we also have a few events planned. We're going to have some evenings of music. So if you're ever in this area,
It's a far trek.
gorgeous space. It's a gorgeous space. We might do some wine tasting. We're going to do a big, huge community canvas throughout the summer, because there's so many people that hit Granville Island, from locals to international tourists. So it's going to be a very special time.
Wow. So you're doing like an artist in residency thing for 6 months.
Kind of, yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, isn't it great?
Wow. Man, you're just.
Yeah, I was just writing the
like,
press release when I got your invitation to come talk to you today. So I thought, let's
perfect.
the information. I'll send you the full release when it's finished.
Yes, do, because I'll put some information in with this as well. This will air not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday.
Okay.
I think that's I can't remember what date it is, but it's
Next Wednesday. Perfect.
So how's the family and everybody? How's life in general?
Great. We're so lucky. Dave's great. He loves his job. My stepchildren are, adults.
Yeah.
Working successfully, managing life in the Lower Mainland with, it's difficult here with rent and purchasing a place, but they're managing. My family back home in Lacombe are doing fantastic. I was just there over the holidays.
Nice.
Saw friends that I've been friends with since grade 7.
Isn't that great?
Yeah. So really no complaints. It's pissing rain here.
Yeah, it's Vancouver.
But it's winter in Vancouver. So everything's really just wow. When you ask a question like that, I think about it, I just think how grateful and lucky and
I'm
that
so
I am.
glad to hear that. I'm
Thank,
so glad to hear that. That's
thank
amazing. What a fantastic thing. I can believe it. I mean, your photography was exceptional. And moving into another art form, I could see that following, but I'm so happy with your success. And it was so much fun working on the Brown Eyed Girl video with you last year. Was that the year before? I can't even remember. COVID's got my head all messed up.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Was it
Well,
last year or the year before? I think it was last year.
it would have been just over a year ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just before my
And that
exhibit.
was great fun, and you did an amazing job. I'll put that video in as well so people can see that because it's a really cool sort of time lapse photography of the making of a dame, which is amazing.
Yeah.
And are dames still your main focus?
Yeah, I would say I'm working more full figure, less the portraiture. Um, and definitely want to explore more sculpture. I'm working
Are
on
you?
a couple more that I'll have cast in bronze for to take
I,
down to Gravel
I think
Island.
that's incredible. The bronze
Yeah.
casting is great. Is there a? I noticed most of your artwork is feminine based.
Mhm.
Do you do any masculine art at all?
Well, not consciously and not with any sort of purpose, but a lot of the dames have a very strong masculine side to them. So there's that.
But there's no conscious effort on that. It's just sort of it's where your heart takes you, and it usually sort of wraps around the feminine side of things.
Yeah, to be completely honest, they're all somewhat. There's a little bit of self-portrait in all of them, and there's also a lot of influences of people that are important to me, men and women. You know, yes, they're female figures, but they're human. So
Hmm.
the intense, I'm just looking at one right now, the intensity in their eyes, the smirk of whether you're man or woman, child, grown up, we all have those expressions, and they're the window to what's inside. So I try to think of them, yeah, they are female, they're portraiture, they're figures of women, but the emotions that they portray are universal.
Genderless.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I've got your dames in the studio upstairs. I'm going to be bringing them down and putting them on on the fireplace down here, as I'm slowly redoing the new studio downstairs. So, but I love looking at them. They're so. And when I look at them, I don't think male or female. There's just something about the essence of what's captured, and there's an obscurity to it too. Um, is it like all your dames have a similar vibe, but they're all very different. You
Mhm.
mentioned earlier the chaos and the craziness involved in painting. When you were doing all the Dame series, did you have was that chaos restricted at all by the fact that you were doing, sort of mostly headshot, sort of upper body, head dames? Like, did you find that at all limiting? Is that why you moved outside of the dames, or did you kind of run the course with it, or is it something you're still nurturing?
Well, truthfully, I didn't know how to paint a body. I didn't think I did anyway. And it was my art teacher who said, "Hey, why don't you try putting some bodies on these dames?" I said, "Well, okay." And then she had me research. It was actually an assignment. Research the artist William de Kooning, who I talked about before, and so I didn't. I definitely painted the dames with the bodies with that in mind.
Hmm.
And the whole series of Dames, Women with Bodies evolved out of that. So, the portraiture was first. Then the summer I did an exhibit called Dames, Women with Bodies. And then this next phase, it's a working title, but since I'm taking the dames downtown to the big city, I thought I'd call them Downtown Dames.
Nice.
I'm not sure about that yet, but and they are so far a little simpler, more, more like the cellist behind me, and more about lines and shape and less about color and texture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we'll see. This is the first one. I have a lot of work to do. This whole Granville Island thing came up pretty fast and furiously, so I have to paint really, work really hard, because March is going to come really quick.
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is.
It is, yeah.
Well, I think it's amazing that your journey is evolving, and it's evolving so quickly. And I think it's so wonderful for you, because I know you as a person. Like there's nobody I would want to have this more. Like, you've had success as you've been learning and as you've been developing, and that's just amazing. And everything you do has got such a great look to it and a great feel, and it's, I don't know, I guess it goes back to that joy thing. It seems like there's something real there and authentic, and it's amazing to watch you develop as an artist. It's great.
Well, thanks, Ken.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, the dames and I love listening to your music when I'm painting. Music is a huge influence. Sometimes I have to paint with real just
Yeah.
quiet, but I study the cello. I will always be a pre-beginner. It's very challenging. I have a new respect for musicians. Holy moly, it's not easy.
Yeah.
But so I listen to a lot of genres of music, and music definitely plays a part of the vibe in the studio and the vibe of what I'm creating. And sometimes I let music dictate that, and then sometimes I will play music that I think matches the tone of the painting I'd like
Right.
to produce. So
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, you're still living a full life of art. That's amazing.
that.
Lorianne, thank you for being on the show.
Well, thank
All the best
you.
with your residency.
Thanks.
It's really nice to see you again. I don't go out much still these days, so this is my main mode of communication with people. So it's really nice to have some time to see your face and hear your voice again. It's absolutely wonderful. I can't wait till I get out to Vancouver to see you again. Do you have any plans to bringing anything to Toronto art-wise?
I would love to. I'm not really certain how to make that happen, but I think, what's been working for me so far, knock on wood, is stuff is just happens.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I don't want to sound arrogant or anything like that, but I feel that the more I back off and just paint,
Yep.
and the more what's meant to be comes my way.
Yeah.
If when I bang on doors too hard, it doesn't work.
Yeah. And that, I think a lot of artists are burdened right now with having to manage their own careers, and social media takes up so much time. I know that as a musician, I spend way too much time pushing on social media, but it's a necessary thing. But there have been other elements in my life as well where I've just kind of, we crossed over New Year's, and I said to Alison, I said, this is the first year that I've ever went into that I can remember where I don't have a single show on the books. I don't have one concert coming up. And I was sort of freaking out about it. And she said, Ken, she said, it always, don't worry about it. It's a different time and blah, 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 all these things.
Yeah.
And it's now the 8th. And I think there's been 5 shows come my way in the last week. And it's just like, oh, yeah, okay, it's still there. I just gotta, but yeah, when you're out trying to make things happen, I mean, there's a certain amount of intent can do something, but it's intent and luck and right time. It's a combination of all these things. And right now, your time is best spent creating. And the more you create, so many musicians, I have a hard time too. I think I'm not making enough music because I'm spending so much time on other things. It's really important to stay focused on the art, and because that's really what people want. People don't really want, everybody says they want, oh, we want your Instagram numbers to be this and we want it to be that. It's like, that's not really what they want. That's just the gate holder's entrance fee type of thing, right? But it's I think it's more important to focus on the art than it is the other stuff. And it's neat that you're doing that, and it's turning into something. I love hearing that story.
Thanks. Yeah.
Seal said that in an interview too. He was on tour and he came back and he just said, fuck it, I'm not doing this anymore. And within 6 months, things started happening for him when he stopped trying.
Right.
And that's not the case with everybody, but it is nice when that happens. When you can focus on your art and it happens naturally and organically, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, thanks again for taking the time to be on the show. I'm so excited for your Granville residency. That's great. And I'm going to populate this interview with lots of photos and imagery of you that I'll steal from your Facebook and stuff.
Okay.
Do you have
Yeah.
a website currently?
I do.
What's the name of it?
RayanneSchachter.com.
I will put it right at the bottom right there so people can read it.
Thanks so much.
It's lovely to see you again, Ray.
Great to see you.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Man, so exciting to talk to Rayanne. What a great story, and her work is amazing. So I just want to tell you, we're gonna watch the Brown Eyed Video Girl, which I'm sure you've seen, but this is actually Rayanne in action. You know, the beginning of the video is her, you know, looking at the blank canvas, and one of the dames for her series was actually called the Brown Eyed Girl, and it was a dame that she created for the song, and it's kind of a time lapse of her doing it, and it's neat because you can see there's some stuff in the video. You know, there's some masthead information from the Music Express magazine. You can see her name and my name and everybody else's name there. I think I was the office manager at the time. So when you look at the sort of details, it's kind of neat to see it through a different lens. So without further ado, here is the Brown Eyed Girl video featuring Rayanne Schachter.
Hey, where did we grow? Days when the rains came down in the hollow, playing a new game, laughing and running, hey, skipping and jumping in the misty morning fog, with our hearts thumping, and you, my brown-eyed girl, you, my brown-eyed girl. Whatever happened to Tuesdays and so slow, going down the old line, transistor radio, standing in the sunlight, laughing, hide behind the rainbow's wall, slipping and sliding all along the waterfall with you, my brown-eyed girl. You, my brown-eyed girl. Do you remember when we used to sing sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la la 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 to God. So hard to find my way now that I'm on my own. I saw you just the other day. My, how you have grown. Cast my memory back there, Lord. Sometimes I'm overcome thinking about it. Making love in the green grass behind the stadium with you, my brown-eyed girl. You, my brown-eyed girl. Do you remember when
And that was the video for Brown Eyed Girl off of the All Together Now album, which I have here somewhere, but maybe we'll show that a little later on. Let's play some music, guys. What a great time hanging out with Rayanne Schachter. The website was there. Go check her art out, and it was just a great story. I love seeing people I know. It's different when you know people. You get a personal association and pride for what they're doing. You know, happiness with their success. So we'll dedicate this song to Rayanne tonight. It is probably the furthest thing from anything that I could possibly relate to anything that she said. But Stephen King likes this song. All right. Count it in there, Steve.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
Stained board, ancient goblins and warlords come out of the ground, not making a sound. The smell of death is all around. And at night when the cold wind blows, no one cares, nobody knows. I don't wanna be buried in a pet cemetery. I don't want to live my life again. I don't want to be buried in a pet cemetery. I don't want to live my life again. Follow Victor to the sacred place. This ain't a game I can't escape. Molars and fangs, the clicking of bones, ancient moves along the tombstones. And at night when the moon is bright, someone cries something ain't right. I don't wanna be buried in a pet cemetery. I don't want to live my life again. Cemetery. I don't want to live my life again. The moon is dark, the air is still. All of a sudden I feel a chill. Victor's grinning, flesh rotting away. Skeletons dance, I curse the day. And at night when the wolves cry out, listen close, you can't hear me shout. I don't wanna be buried in a pet cemetery. I don't want to live my life again. I don't wanna be buried in a pet cemetery. I don't want to live my life again. I don't want to live my life again. Oh, I don't want to live my life again.
Oh, there we go. A little Pet Cemetery from the Ramones. I know, Rayanne, that has no association with anything that we talked about, but that's probably what I figured was best to do. Looking to see who's here. Everybody is here. It looks like you're all having a good time. Anybody is interested in the tickets for the Legion show, make sure to let me know, because they are disappearing pretty fast. And I think we're only actually doing 50 seats, so there's not going to be, it's a small room. And we want to keep it contained for the, the broadcast portion of it.
I think it's like 50 songs. I was like, what?
Yeah, it's a short set that night.
You're playing double time, so it won't really, we won't notice.
How do you guys feel about a little One Frost Away? It's a Wednesday night in September. Fall's settling in, it's 2013. And I'm here at the Rose with some good friends of mine, chasing laughter. We're living the dream. The night moves ahead, and I'm taking a drink between sets, drinking whiskey and beer. With each line I sing and each sound I drown, I try to forget you're not here. And it's all I can do, and it's all in my head that we're dry this time of year. It's all I can do just to sing you to bed with the words of some guy in the alley. Just one frost away, it's been a good year. There's lots of good rain in the ground, days getting shorter, harvest is near. Well, Saturday night at the party over at Fisher's, just over the bridge. And it's not hard to find you a good time, but no one's got extra to give. Sunday night with coffee, a little piece might be harder to find. And I'm here on my own, on my lonesome, with nothing on my mind. And it's all I can do, and it's all in my head that we're dry this time of year. It's all I can do just to sing you to bed with the words from some guy in the alley. It's just one frost away, it's been a good year. There's lots of good rain in the ground, days getting shorter, harvest is near. For all that we've lost, for those that pass on, I can take you away from it all. For all that we've lost and for those that pass on, I can take you away. It's a Wednesday night in September. Fall settling in, it's 2013. And I'm here at the Rose with some good friends of mine, chasing laughter, we're living the dream. Just one frost away, it's been a good year. There's lots of good rain in the ground, days getting shorter, harvest is near. Harvest is near. Oh, there you go. That's a little bit of fun. That's a song I wrote about marijuana and the shortage of it in Campbellford in the fall. I mean, before it all became legal.
Back in 2013.
In 2013, I was at the pub.
Somewhere around there.
And it was a Whiskey Wednesday. There was nobody at the pub. I finished my first set. I went outside. I didn't have any drugs. The person who was bartending, I won't say who it was, they didn't have any drugs. A few people at the table didn't have any drugs. I was like, what's going on? I'm in the alley and I'm bitching about not having any drugs. And some guy who I didn't know said, well, we're only a frost away. And I said, what are you talking about? What does that have to do with drugs? He said, well, everybody will be harvesting after that. And then it occurred to me that I live in a harvesting community, so there's not a lot of drug sellers, right? Anyway, so I wrote that song about drugs. Ron Bisonet, good to see you, buddy. To boot, in Granville this summer. Yeah, I'd love to take the goats out to Granville this summer. That'd be a lot of fun. And David Schachter, loving Whiskey Wednesday. Can I just clarify? I like driving. I like bus driving, not love. That's Rayanne's husband. Oh, he loves it. He loves it. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying Whiskey Wednesday, and it's nice to see you. Thank you, Jordan. Always fun. Hey, John Cheshire, good to see you. John, you should come down for the Legion show. It's going to be a nice one. 8 over by 9:30. You'll be out just like a regular Wednesday, but it's live, and it's a really nice room there too. We're going to spend a lot of time making sure it's nice and prettied up for you all. How do you guys feel about some Beatles?
I love me some Beatles.
You love you some Beatles, eh?
Yeah.
That was the new song that I was thinking of doing tonight, but I don't think we should do. I think we should do the new song in 2 weeks when it feels right. And by feels right, I mean when I know how to play it. Oh, how are we doing here? Oh, good. It's just after 9. I hope everybody's doing well out there. Sorry, I've been racing from song to song tonight. I don't know why. I'm just feeling a little jumpy about things. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, brain is a seriously strange place to exist.
I think it's the hat.
Is it the hat?
I've never seen you in that hat.
No, you haven't.
I like it.
No,
but
yeah,
it changes
I know.
everything.
It changes everything.
Maybe
I
it's
know.
changing something.
Could be changing the vibe. I don't know. I tell you, I got this hat. This was an Ovis hat. My buddy works for a company. Well, doesn't work for a company. He's associated with a company
Not knocking the hats.
that does. He's associated with a company and that does clothing, and this was one of their hats. And I wore it for a long time, and I loved it years back. And then the first time I went to NERFA, I arrived down in NERFA down in the States, and that's the Northeastern Regional Folk Alliance Conference. And I didn't know anybody. And of course, I happened to be looking through the dinner line one night, and I see Dave Gunning, who I just kind of know. So I immediately walk up and start talking to him, and realized that we're long lost buddies who've never seen each other, and now we're best friends. So it was great. And I'd been wearing this hat, but for the folk conference, I brought this hat and 2 others, and I had another one on. But Dave was wearing this. Oh. And every time I saw him for years after, he always wore that hat, so I stopped wearing it. But I found it the other day when I was cleaning out, and I kind of went, oh yeah, I'm going to start wearing this hat again. No offense, Dave Gunning. I'm not stealing your look. Your beauty surpasses me on so many levels.
For a start, he doesn't look like Gandalf wearing his hat.
I know, he doesn't look like Gandalf wearing his hat, exactly. That was really interesting, that picture of me and Rayanne when I was like 19, and then it clicked back to like the video of me now. I was like, oh my God, what happened to that young boy? Here's little Beatles for you.
All right, here we go. A 1, 2, 1, 2.
Close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember, I'll always be true. And then while I'm away, I'll ride home every day, and I'll send all my loving to you. I'll pretend that I'm kissing the lips that I'm missing. Remember, I'll always be true. Then when I am away, I'll ride home every day, and I'll send all my loving to you. Oh, my loving, I will send to you. Oh, my loving, darling, I'll be true. Close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. swear I'll be true. Oh, my loving, oh, my loving, oh, my loving, I will send to you. Ah, Little Beatles. That's a strugulous song, you know? Even when even their version, it's like it's strugulous, like it's so much going on so compactly.
And yet it's such a ray of sunshine.
It really is, isn't it? It really is. And for the bass line, it's fantastic. I mean, you got, and that's
Thank you, Paul.
yeah, that's the sort of the ceiling bit for me is that bass line. I love that they used all the old chords too. You know, it would like they weren't using bar chords and stuff. You know, like they weren't using all the same stuff as everybody else. It was something different about the chords they used.
They use a lot more chords than other bands, that's for sure.
But complex chords too, and different sounding chords. You know, it's not just the standard B chord and the cowboy chords. You know, it's a lot of those sort of weird barred chords that jazz people know.
Some sort of a changed note in there
Yep,
somewhere.
just these little things to pull the air. It's beautiful, beautifully done. I mean,
A couple notes in that version myself at one point.
yeah, I think
Probably should have.
I think if they'd stuck together, they probably could have made a go of it. You know, I mean, just staying together for 6 years doesn't really cut it. I think that. I'm thinking. We've been working on that tune. Dance Again. And somebody else asked about it. Yeah? Oh, it's not? No. What is it? Oh, my goodness. You're right. Next week is Dylan Hines. And I said Chris Broadbeck on the thing.
Where's Dylan Hines?
That's what I said.
It's, yeah, I know. It is actually a great name, Dylan Hines. No, next week is Dylan Hines. Oh, my goodness. Okay, we got a lot of learning to do for next week. Oh, yeah, we got to put some of those Dylan tunes together. Cool, they were fun. Okay, well, we'll get at that.
Oh, that Dylan. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I love that we can be doing the show and all I hear from the other side of the house is, no, that's wrong, Ken. Sorry. Dance Again. I think you count this one in, don't you, Steve?
I can't remember what this is.
Ah, cool. Well, then I'll start it, and then you guys come in then.
Okay.
This is what happens when you've got like 140 songs on a big sheet. And it's been a long time since I left this town, and it's been too long since I wrote things down, and I want to see you dance again. If I stay too long, there'll be no turning back, just stealing from myself, and I can't look back, and I want to see you dance again. And in the morning when I hold my head together, the sunlight warms me to the hold you've got on me. Oh, the hold you got on me. When I watch you dancing just for me, I can't begin to imagine what other people see when they watch you dancing just for me. I'm a little too tired, it's a little too late. I wanna shake it all off, and I just got paid, and I wanna probably go home. I should ditch this crowd, and I wanna see you dance again. It's the same old story of this time we spent together. You're spinning circles round my finger, you do weave. Oh, the
can't begin to imagine what other people see when they watch me dancing just for me. It's a little long time since I left this town, and it's been too long since I brought things down, and I wanna see you dance again. In the morning when I hold my head together, the sunlight warms me to the hold you got on me. Oh, the hold you got on me. When I watch you dancing just for me, I can't begin to imagine what other people see when I watch you dancing just for me. And it's been a long while since I left this town, and it's been too long since I wrote things down, and I wanna see you dance again. An old song called Dance Again. We're heading into the outside of winter now. In the next few months, we're going to go back into our little hibernation of finishing the record, which is starting to sound interesting. I had a great chat today with an old friend, John Wynot, who's produced a couple records for me. And yeah, I chatted with him.
John?
Yeah, great chat. Just kind of catching up on, you know, what's happening out in the world and what's happening in my head and how they can somehow coordinate. John's a genius of a man and a good friend and a lovely human being, and yeah, it's really nice to be able to talk to him about that. So it's got me excited about the new record and what it can mean. As you all know, the music industry for a mid-50s rock and roll thing is kind of weird, especially somebody who's spent time dabbling in other forms. You often wonder about things. I have no question about the music. It's a question about the reasoning sometimes. So it's nice to have good friends who've been in this for as long as I have to be able to talk to about that. So thanks to John Wynot for chatting tonight. Let's do Good and Goodbye.
All right.
Just checking on the people down here.
Oh, just while we have
Oh, hello, Shanette. It's lovely to see you. I wish. What's that?
nothing, nothing.
Oh, sorry. I was just talking to Shanette. They said hi. Lovely to see you all. Miss you. Miss every one of you. You got some babies and stuff out there now. Tim, is a grandpa. We got grandparents drinking with us now. I got more grandparents as drinking buddies than ever before.
You got grandparents as playing buddies, so.
I know, but it's just the crowd around me. There's more grandparents than single, non-parents.
Yeah, but then there's single grandparents.
Right, you are.
indeed.
Right, you are. Okay. What did I say we're doing? Hello, Karen, everybody. Lovely to see you. Joe, I like that. Well, thank you very much. No hats in the Legion. I know, but they have an exception for if you are on stage performing. They do. But that gets me thinking though too. I mean, how much hiding do I do? I mean, look at me. I'm hiding from the world. The hat, the glasses, the beard, the big shirts, the ties.
Guitar.
The guitar. It's almost.
Microphone.
It's almost like I'm not here sometimes. Hey, Charmaine. Lovely to see you. I hope you guys are doing well. Charmaine and Kim out there in the world. Haven't seen them in a little bit of time. Love you both. Sending you out positivity and all that stuff.
Charmaine and I have a date for Saturday.
That's right. You're taking Charmaine for lunch. That's lovely. That's lovely. Oh yes, happy birthday, belated birthday to Lucas at Longtooth. Longtooth Lucas, that is.
And it was his birthday.
I have a happy birthday wish. To
You
send
do?
it. Yes.
You do. Let's get this
My
one in.
dear daughter Emily, speaking of Vancouver.
Terrific.
Out in Vancouver.
That's right.
Happy
Emma's-
birthday, Em.
Happy birthday, Em. That's so wonderful.
She's, let me see, 30-something? Is that right, Emily?
I think that's right.
Close enough.
She's in the same 30-something category as a lot of my friends in the 30-somethings. Yeah. That's
She's
great.
legitimately 30-something.
I believe it. I believe it.
I haven't seen Em commenting in a while. I'm going to have to go check out her. I often enjoy sharing her Facebook page with you. We should take a look at that later on. That'd be nice. See how she's doing out there. Have you spoken to her recently?
Well, yeah.
It was her birthday. You've talked to her today?
Not today, no.
No.
But I spoke to her at Christmas time.
Oh, excellent.
She's got a new job. She's happy. Good. Yeah.
It's fantastic. New jobs are wonderful,
Yeah.
especially if it's a job you
Better
like.
than unemployed, that's for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
It sure is.
It's a
And
expensive neighborhood out there, Vancouver.
oh my God, yeah. And you know, even the cheap parts of Vancouver are fucking expensive now. It's ridiculous. Where does she live? She's downtown, right?
Yeah, I couldn't place it on a map.
Right.
But downtown.
But it's in a downtown-y area. It's not like a suburb.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Vancouver's an interesting town. I like it. I'd love to get back out to play the town pump again. Not the town pump. I'd love to go play the town pump again. That was a lot of fun. The Commodore Ballroom. Watchmen are always on the, on alert for shows out that way. It's been a long time since we've been out to Vancouver, so. And then Rayanne.
Well, and the goats might show up on Granville Island.
Yeah,
That's
there
kind
you
of what I'm
go.
thinking.
Yeah.
Some goats on
That's right,
Granville.
that's right.
Goats on Granville. That's a good thing.
No problem. If we start walking now, we could be there by what, July or something.
We'd all be in shape.
Oh, absolutely.
We'd all be in
I'm
shape.
Not sure what shape.
Yeah. The shape would look like calluses.
Died along the way.
Good and Goodbye is what I said we're doing, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. This is one from the new album. Yeah, the new album, man. Having the changes. This is the first record that I've done in a while where I've sort of written the album. I'm producing it. I'm engineering it. We're all, everybody's got their tracks done. It's just every time I get in there, it's so many roles to put in my hat. But I think there's one track that I kind of came to last night, and I went, okay, this is sort of, I think, the form of how the album's going to look. So I'm sitting on it for a couple days before proceeding, but I think I got a good idea now. Well, we're going to do this song now. It's a song called Good and Goodbye, and it goes just like this.
Okay, I think. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
You don't love me no more, baby. You don't love me no more. My sweet baby, oh, you don't love me no more. Each night I see the truth behind those eyes, but I just don't see the good, so goodbye. Like a freight train, you don't holler no more. My sweet baby, oh, you don't holler no more. I can't believe everything that I've tried, but I just don't see the good, so goodbye. I'm not lucky no more. I used to be rich in love. Now I'm not even dirt poor. I can't believe all the truth behind those eyes, but I just don't see the good, so goodbye. You don't love me no more, baby. Oh, you don't love me no more. My sweet baby. Oh, you don't love me no more. I can't believe the truth goodbye, ladies and gentlemen. Well, speaking of goodbyes, it's 20 after 9. It's time for the goodbye of the night. I want to make sure that I touched on everything on my notes here. Whiskey Wednesday Live at Legion, February 22nd. That is a Wednesday night. It is an 8 to 9:30 show, live stream of the Whiskey Wednesday show. And in Picton on March 25th at 7 p.m. at the Elks Lodge. That's going to be a full night of music with, I believe, Ben Rowland is going to be opening the show or sharing the stage with us. I also wanted to take a minute to thank Barbara, our friend Barb, who comes over for dinner once a week. And Barb helps us with decorating around the house as we're resetting rooms and stuff. So she came in and redid all this with the dames and everything for us, and the new goat that I got for Christmas from the girls. All these little things making appearances. The studio is starting to become more and more of a history book as we move through it, which is wonderful. So thanks, Barb, for that, and thanks to everybody for watching. Thank you, Mr. Grant. Did you have a good night tonight?
It was lovely, yeah.
It was good, yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Sorry I missed last week.
Yeah, well,
We
I'm
are
glad
too.
you're feeling better.
However,
One of those.
you were ill, so.
Yeah. And Steve, it's great to have you back again, and it's nice to have some new mics on you. Maybe we can get this sort of sounding a little bit, a little bit
it's
more
great.
like something.
Love it.
Neely, thank you very much for being here once again. How's your week been?
It's been good.
Excellent. Look forward to more of it.
Yeah, me too.
And Barry, thank you for coming across the street, brother.
Always a pleasure.
It's always good to see you. We're going to go into the kitchen and have some drinks, and I'm going to get some snacks together, and we'll wind the night down. Thank you all for tuning in the Whiskey Wednesday show. Thanks, by the way, thanks to everybody who sends in donations for the show. It's sort of an automatic thing to PayPal, so I see it coming in, but I don't have it set up where I email everybody back. But yeah, it's really appreciated. It does help us to keep building on the show. So I just want to say thank you to those of you who are doing that, and to those of you who aren't, thank you for being viewers. And that's just as important. We're here to entertain and to help kill some time. So if we've achieved that, that's awesome. Go out into the world, be nice, be friendly, be all that you can be. That's what Allison said. Is she thinks the catchphrase for the show should be all you can be. I said it sounds a little bit the Army. And she said, well, maybe you point your finger when you say it. Now she's joking. I know. Anyways, folks, I love you all. Take care. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Once again, thanks for spending another Wednesday with us here at Storyhouse Studios. Thanks to Trainer, Yorkville, and a Longtooth Beverage Company for being a part of the show. We love our time on the Whiskey Wednesday show and appreciate all of your support. Don't forget to hit up the tip jar if you feel so inclined. Never expected, but always appreciated. Tune in every week for more guests, songs, stories, drinks, and gear talk. And don't forget to visit the website, www.kentizzard.com, to sign up for the Whiskey Wednesday wrap-up. Compiled by Allison, this is a monthly overview with highlights, directories of songs, and so much more. Be kind, be helpful, be happy, be safe. See you next week.